Hi, this is Lou, KI4VEU, and this is another episode of Hiking and Hammond. And I'm going to preface this by saying that due to a self-Murphy, you're going to get a lot more of Pink than you will of me because, well, I'll talk about that in the AAR more, but I forgot my iPhone recharging cable.
So here we are at, what's the shelter called?
This is the Stan Murray shelter.
Ah, I can never remember that name. So it's very clean. Whoever stayed here last night swept it out, did a very good job. Picnic bench is kind of partially under the shelter, and it's looking good. So we pushed ahead this morning, woke up at 6:15, left camp about 7:15, you said?
About that,
Ish.
yeah.
Okay, so we've gone more than 2 miles, but slow progress because we hike at different paces, and having a great time out here on trail. Anything you'd like to say, sir?
Onward and upward.
Aha! Excellent idea. Let's do it.
So you see a little outcrop cave like this, and you kind of have to wonder, you know, in the back of your mind, you kind of think, I wonder who has used this as shelter over, you know, a period of millennia. Look, Cheetos. Who's hungry?
So here we are. Came from that trail back there, and my sweetheart Hiking and Hammond went down that trail and took a quick right to get some water and replenish us, and we are headed up that trail. That's a 3-mile uphill to Little Hump. Yay. We can do this.
It's not getting any shorter. Let's
Nope.
go.
If you're a fan of history, the intersection that we were just at is where the Appalachian Trail and the Over Mountain Trail intersect at Yellow Mountain Gap. What's now called the Over Mountain Trail is the path taken by the Over Mountain Men during the Revolutionary War on their way to Kings Mountain, where they defeated the British in a fairly significant battle of that conflict. And there's the Over Mountain Shelter, which is no longer in use due to its dilapidated state, but it is considered a historic point.
I have emerged from the forest. It's been about close to 2 miles from the last intersection at near Over Mountain Shelter and Yellow Mountain Trail. And this is our first glimpse at Little Hump Mountain. So we made it to the rock formation just before the top of Little Hump Mountain. Little exhausted, resting up, having lunch, tuna and granola bars and cheese and such. How do you like the trail so far, sir?
Loving it.
Good. Having emerged from the forest and about to finish this patch of blackberry thickets, there is Bradley Gap. And there is Hump Mountain. And if you look really hard, there is hiking and hamming, just getting it up the hill somewhere, right there somewhere. Yep.
Now what you're not seeing here is the torrential downpour that we get caught in going up Hump Mountain. And in retrospect, I should have pulled the phone out for, 10 or 15 seconds just to get some video of that to put in here, but that was not on my mind at that particular moment. When I reached the summit, the first thing I did was go ahead and set the tent up so that there would be some shelter once Pink arrived from behind me, and once that was done, I set up the radio and got to work. Now initially I set up the KM4ACK infed half wave that I had built, and I had that one cut for 40 meters. I'll talk about this in the after action report as well, but I self-murphyed on this one as well because I didn't take into account what the top of that summit was going to look like in my options for an antenna. So what I wound up using was pulling out the Sparkplug antenna again, and I was able to get it up and on the air.
There we go. Amazing. It is so incredibly beautiful up here. I just had to do one more video. We've made it about half mile down from Big Hump Mountain. And there's some cloud cover and there's baby clouds in the valley. It's just so beautiful. Wildflowers and grass, and there is a sunrise happening right there behind those mountains. So pretty. That's where we came from. And this is where we're going.
Well, here we are, about to roll over into my native state. So we are leaving North Carolina, going in to Tennessee. Home sweet home.
Yeah, my knees are just a tiny bit not happy.
Yeah, mine are too.
Very technical descent there. Tree roots and rocks and such. But it was fun.
Yep, I'm a little sweaty, but it's okay. It'll dry out eventually. Or it'll get washed out when this rain hits.
Yes.
Now look at the peak.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's cloud covered again.
Clouds are pulling up. Can I get it? I can get it. There they are. Ooh, gosh.
So we got to the end of the line at Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast and Hostel, where we'll be taking the shuttle back around to Carver's Gap to pick up my 4Runner. If you're ever in the area of Roan Mountain and you need a place to stay, I cannot recommend highly enough Mountain Harbor. Fantastic people, very helpful. As I mentioned before, I had self-Murphy'd and forgot my iPhone charging cable, my lightning cable, and they were kind enough to loan me a charger. Literally, my phone completely died as we were walking in. And without even hesitating, the folks at Mountain Harbor loaned me a cell phone charger for the time that we were waiting on the shuttle to be able to take us back around to Carver's Gap. Fantastic people. Again, I highly recommend Mountain Harbor.